Strike one, baby. Ready for strike two?
I'm ready to connect with strike two and knock it over the wall.
Okay, here it comes.
God damn it, why did I swing at that? That wasn't a strike.
Oh, but it was. I have found you indulging in digital recreation. What vintage video game are you playing? Earl Weaver baseball, baby.
We were both missing baseball, and we didn't feel like staying up until 3 a.m. to watch the Korean games, so this seemed like the next best thing.
And after I beat his ass in this game, we're playing Base Wars.
Yeah, baseball with robots.
Ah, the great American game. All right, focus up. It's 0-2, baby. Here comes strike three.
We'll see.
This is your pitch, baby. Get ready to swing.
So let's see it. Oh, come on! That one was like a foot outside the strike zone.
Tell it to the ump, baby.
Uh-oh, here comes Earl. You can really see why this was called the most realistic sports game ever.
Most realistic sports game ever. Whoever said that forgot about a little thing called Ashes Cricket 2013. Eh? What's this? What the fuck? They're going at it. Oi, lads, get a load of this.
Well, here we are. What's so important? I've spoken with the town treasurer, and I know we're facing a severe budget shortfall due to the coronavirus, so I took the liberty of reaching out to some contacts in the Husky community, and we've put together a proposal. Indeed. And what might this proposal entail?
I have been authorized by the Board of Directors of the Husky Union Resource Trust to make the following offer. We will loan the town of Sharpsburg an amount necessary to recoup the losses experienced as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. The loan may be repaid in monthly installments of any amount, so long as payment in full is made within 10 years.
At what interest rate?
So long as the loan is repaid in full within the 10-year period, 0% interest. After that, 3%.
Simple or compound?
Simple.
Very generous terms. What's the catch?
There is no catch. The HURT is operating in accordance with the ethical principles of the Church of Husco. We have a rule prohibiting usury, and unlike certain other religions, we follow it.
But why offer us help in the first place?
Because we have the means and you have the need.
Sounds fishy. I don't know about this, Stuffy. Mayor Wilkes. Beauregard. The Huskies are offering us a way out of the hole we've fallen into as a result of this virus. I think we'd be foolish not to take it. Well, of course you do, Stuffy. It's not enough for the government to be giving handouts to idle people. Now you want us to start taking them as well. But try to see this from my perspective. The perspective of someone who is indifferent to suffering and feels no responsibility to reduce it? The perspective of a conservative. That's what I said. From where I sit, this budget shortfall could be addressed without taking a single penny from this Husky Union if you'd only agree to vote along with the rest of the council to repeal that damned property tax you all passed last year. Repealing the property tax would only decrease revenue even further, so I don't see how it would help with our budget shortfall. Plus, that property tax funds the recycling program. Yes, and we hardly need to be spending money on that at a time like this. Wouldn't you agree? No, I would not agree. We still generate trash during a pandemic, and we still have a responsibility to dispose of that trash in the most environmentally conscious way possible. I, for one, think it would be far more responsible to repeal and refund that recycling tax. Put that money back in the pockets of the hard-working people of this town.
So instead of accepting a no-strings-attached loan from us, which would also allow you to put some money back in the pockets of the citizens of the town if you wished, you'd rather refund a property tax, which is primarily paid by the wealthiest townspeople, and cancel a recycling program. And this is your idea of responsibility?
It certainly is, young lady.
Husky.
And how? And I'll go even further. I'd also like to take the boot off the neck of our local job creators by rescinding that onerous $15 an hour minimum wage your administration instituted, Stuffy. I see. Well, that's not going to happen, so I suggest we focus our efforts on the things which are actually on the table.
Rather than repeal a tax and cancel your precious socialist recycling program, you'd have me sell this town with all its proud blood-bought history to the Huskies?
Nobody's selling anything.
And nobody's buying, trust me.
Fortunately for the citizens of this town, my administration has superior vision and ingenuity to that of my predecessor,
Who is me, sitting right here.
while your Husky bailout proposal is quite generous. Suspiciously so, in fact. There is no need. You see, Stuffy, even without your cooperation in repealing the property tax and ending the recycling program, I and the rest of the town council have found a way to cut expenditures and address the budget shortfall.
This is news to me. What are you planning?
We are privatizing the town police force.
You're what? How in the hell are you going to privatize the police force?
Quite simply. We've drafted a statute which will dissolve the town police department and confer upon the mayor's office the authority to engage private contractors to enforce local laws and carry out the various other duties previously performed by the town police department.
That's ludicrous. You can't do that.
I assure you I can, and will.
What private contractor could possibly replace our town police department?
Oh, we've done our research, and really there's only one option. Stewart and Wilkes Security, a fine company based in nearby Hagerstown.
Stewart and Wilkes? Your last name? Is this your company?
I know what you're driving at, but I assure you it's nothing like that. Stewart and Wilkes is my brother's company. I do own a small, non-controlling interest, but I have nothing whatever to do with its day-to-day operations.
Other than securing lucrative government contracts.
Lucrative for that fine company, no doubt, but the deal that's been discussed would save the town a substantial amount compared to our current police-related expenditures. Of course, that savings does come with a price. Stewart and Wilkes won't be able to take on all the current duties of the town police department. Emergency calls requiring a police presence will have to be answered by the county sheriff's department, but it shouldn't increase response times by more than a few minutes. There's always a deputy somewhere nearby when you need one. And, sadly, when they were informed that their salaries would decrease by a certain percentage, the entire current town police force quit in protest rather than accept new positions under the S&W contract.
Wait, so there is no town police force at all?
Not at the moment.
This is the most irresponsible thing you've done yet.
I'm sure you're vociferously opposed to it, but this time your proud, solitary opposition won't be enough. We don't need a unanimous vote, only a majority. And myself, the vice mayor, and the entirety of the town council, excepting yourself, are all in agreement. The vote is a mere formality.
I cannot believe this.
Unbelievable!
If my plan to privatize the town police department is truly so offensive to you, I'm prepared to offer you an alternative. I'm sure the recently resigned officers could be convinced to return to work.
What's the alternative?
We simply repeal the property tax and cancel the recycling program. Of course, since those are part of the reform package you passed last year, which requires a unanimous vote for amendments or repeals, we will need your vote.
This meeting is over.
So you're choosing to privatize the police force, then?
I'm choosing to walk away from these thuggish intimidation tactics. If you want to replace the town police department with your own private security force and the rest of the town council is willing to go along with it, I can't stop you. But it's not my choice that's making it happen, it's yours.
Yes, but you told me not so long ago that your job as an elected official was to do the most good that you could do, even if the available options were undesirable to you. So, by refusing to help me repeal the property tax and recycling program, you're saying the privatized town police force is the least undesirable option. Correct?
The least undesirable option is the Husky bailout, which you rejected and which people will know about. Let's go, Millicent.
Gladly.
Oh, they are not practicing social distancing.
No, this is pretty much the exact opposite, baby.
How long has he been on top?
Approximately 11 minutes. Keeping quite a pace, too.
You ain't kidding, he is tearing that shit up.
I've never seen two people this drunk stay this angry at each other while fucking for this long. And I've seen a lot of drunk sex. I used to work at a truck stop.
Strange. Despite the rage so obviously being expressed by their fornication, they also seem to be genuinely fond of each other.
Yeah, like how he turned his head when he vomited a few minutes ago so he wouldn't get any in her hair.
Ain't it romantic? Reminds you of when we started dating, huh, baby?
What are you talking about? I never turned my head when I vomited.
So what do you think the story is here?
Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, they got drunk, got pissed off at each other, one thing led to another, and they wound up fucking on the sidewalk out here.
Obviously. What I mean is how they wind up drunk out here in the first place. All the bars are closed. Nobody is going out to get drunk anymore. Why aren't they having shit-faced hate sex at home instead of out on the street in broad daylight?
Perhaps they were out getting some takeaway and picked up a bit of booze while they were at it?
Yeah. And since it was a nice day today, instead of going home to eat, they, went to a park or some shit and had a picnic.
Right. And they bought more liquor than food, so even after the takeaway was long gone, they were still tossing back drinks, eventually reaching the pissed as fuck state in which we presently find them.
But since it was such a nice day, they weren't the only people out at the park. Maybe there was somebody else. Maybe a really sexy somebody else eating their takeout dinner a couple of picnic tables over. And they and one of our drunk-ass sidewalk fuckers started making eyes at each other, which only pissed the other fucker off when they noticed what was going on. And it was at that moment when the beautiful day began its slow but inevitable transition into the blackest of nights. Seeing the flirtation between their partner and this attractive stranger, the aggrieved sidewalk fucker rose up against the stranger at the next picnic table and slew them with a single mighty blow. Realizing that they were partners now in murder as well as love, the two sidewalk fuckers joined forces to dispose of the stranger's body. However, as they made their way back home through the streets of our town, its quaint, charming atmosphere merely availed to hide the violence and debauchery dwelling within every unassuming domicile. Each began to blame the other for their predicament. Their unity was demolished by the wrecking ball of rage, which in turn soon gave way to the irresistible force of their mutual and overpowering lust.
Yeah, I bet that is just how it happened. Oh, shit! She just gave him a back elbow. Right in the eye. God damn, that looked like it hurt.
She is fighting her way to the top.
What's going on?
You're about to be sorry you asked that question.
A man and a woman are pissed as hell, drunk as shit, and fucking each other like there's no goddamn tomorrow right out on the sidewalk. So they're not practicing social distancing.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I don't understand why you're so transfixed by two strangers having sex. Isn't that what most non-Husky TV is already?
It depends what channel, doesn't it? CBS, very little graphic fucking.
HBO, on the other paw, nothing but fucking all week.
Except for half an hour on Sundays when they let John Oliver on.
And then you've got the channels with different themes. Like on Sci-Fi, it's mostly aliens fucking.
History Channel, it's people fucking at pawnbrokers for some reason.
Hallmark Channel, everybody fucking in Christmas sweaters.
Ugh.
They may be slightly overstating the amount of hardcore sexual content on TV. That sounds pretty... I mean, are we sure what's going on there is consensual? Yeah, it looks consensual, baby. They both seem really into it. And they kiss every now and then.
Are they kissing or biting?
Either way, it seems mutual.
How grotesquely typical.
The scene out the window, while grotesque, is also undeniably compelling. However, I am at somewhat of a loss to explain how they have been able to fornicate so loudly and publicly for so long without the police arriving to intervene.
There are no police. The mayor dissolved the police department.
He what? What are you talking about?
It's... I'll explain later. I don't feel like talking about it. Can you guys just step away from the window and stop watching? I know they're doing it right out on the sidewalk, but it still feels wrong for you to just be standing there gawking at them.
Oi, keep your place.
Yeah, you don't want to gawk, baby? Don't gawk. Me? I'm gawking while the gawking's good. Fine, whatever. You're right. It's not up to me. Sorry.
They might be almost done. She got on top and she's grinding pretty aggressively.
It might not be over as soon as you think, baby. She's grinding, but she ain't got no rhythm.
Yeah, you're right. It's like she's attacking him with her vagina. Correction. Not with her vagina. Shit.
Not yet, but any second now.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. There it is. That was gonna happen sooner or later. All right, I'm done.
Aye.
Yeah, Scott ain't really my thing, baby.
I'm not into this anymore. You coming, Hans?
I will be with you in a moment.
So the...
Coming through.
Watch your nuts, baby.
So the mayor didn't go for the bailout?
No, he turned it down flat.
And in doing so, he sealed his own fate. For we Huskies are a generous people, but also a proud one. We extend our paw in friendship but once. If it is taken, the bond there formed is unbreakable. If it is refused, woe to those who rejected our kindness, for the day will come when they reach out to us, but we will not be there.
What if I can somehow convince the mayor to reconsider? Would the HURT be willing to put the offer back on the table?
Yeah, probably.
Oi, I seem to remember something from a few minutes ago about there not being police in town anymore.
Yeah, baby, what's up with that? The mayor and the rest of the town council are voting at the next meeting to dissolve the town police department and contract a private security company co-owned by the mayor's brother to replace it. The entire town police force has resigned in protest.
The entire town police force?
The chief and the other guy? That's correct. And when's the next town meeting? Not for another 3 weeks. You know what that means, baby.
Vigilante justice.
We
We
run
run
these
these streets.
What do we have, like 2 streets?
Yep.
One for each of them.
Room for 2 more, baby?
Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. This was the final show of our spring run. Steve and Stuffy will be off during the summer, but we'll be back in September with brand new episodes through the end of the year. But before we go, here's Toby Benson with something to say to you. Toby Benson?
Hey babies, if you liked this episode, click like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help us to make more videos, give us some money by going to patreon.com/Steve Shives and becoming a patron, baby.
Thanks, Toby Benson.
No problem. And hey, congratulations, baby. I saw you finally got your silver YouTube plaque and shit.
Oh, thanks, man. But you know the one I got in the mail wasn't the actual plaque.
No?
No, that was just a scale model. The real thing is like 10 feet tall.
Get the hell out of here.
No, it's true. It's too big to keep indoors, obviously, so I've got it outside. Here, I took a picture of myself standing next to it. Check it out. And I'll put it on screen so the folks watching can see too.
How gullible you think I am, baby?
What are you talking about?
That ain't you.
It is too. Look, the hat, the beard.
That's a tiny Steve action figure.
Okay. I mean, I know I'm officially YouTube famous now and everything, but a custom action figure of yourself isn't even an award they give out. And if it was, they'd wait until you hit, like...
At least 50,000 subscribers.
I'm already past that? This is for 100,000.
Well, I guess if I can't tell the difference between you and Tiny Steve, I can't keep counting your subscribers either.
I'm sorry. I was just kidding around. I didn't think you'd take it this way.
I just wanted to congratulate you, baby.
I know.
And you fucked it up.
Do you want to see the actual plaque?
What, are you gonna pretend to call somebody outside and say like, Toby Benson wants to see the plaque, back the truck up?
No.
All the time with this shit. You're a good dude, baby, but why can't you just take a congratulations like an adult?
Here,